Childhood best friends suck. At least mine did. I had been friends with my childhood best friend from about preschool? No, kindergarten. It was kindergarten, I remember. Kindergarten to about towards the end of 12th grade. I know, a long time, isn't it? Well, we're not really friends anymore, and I'm not really gonna name drop her or anything because that's kind of mean, you know? Like the things she did to me. I guess the first red flag about our friendship would have been in elementary school, around first grade, I think. And the only way that I could stay friends with this girl is if I played Scorpion. Scorpion is a game where two people they lock each other's hands and dig their nails into each other's palms until one person gives up. And I would give up every time. 'Cause, I was 7 and I didn't like pain. Middle school didn't really get much better. A lot of the times she would be off and on friends with me. This started in elementary. Like, she would one day be my friend and then the next she'd be mad at me for something that I did or something I said or something. She was just mad at me for something. But it would always end up in me apologizing and we'd be friends again, and then the next week it'd start all over again. I remember one of the specific arguments that we had. It was whether or not tetanus was real. I'm going to give a little context to this argument. This was in middle school, like 6th grade, okay? And she said that, I'm sorry, this sounds like a conspiracy theory, but she said that vaccines for tetanus were a government scheme to make people pay for it, like, medicine they didn't need for a made-up illness. You see what's the problem here? She was about 12 when she was saying this, and I don't know how I didn't find it concerning. Like, what were her parents telling her? As even a 12-year-old, I knew that lockjaw or tetanus was a really concerning sickness because I almost got it from playing on rusty stuff when I was a kid. Some days I would go to her with my newest interest. Things like lyrics to songs that didn't match up because of their trans lyrics, or like, I don't know, I remember specifically one of them was like trans lyrics for the song Insanity, the Vocaloid song, God. And I was wondering why the trans lyrics were different from the original translation to English from Japanese. And she said, I don't care. Like, I was like texting her all excited, like, oh my god, did you ever realize this? And then she said, I don't care. She said that a lot, actually. Like, I would go to her with, like, the latest news about my family, I don't care. I'd go to her about, like, something good that happened, I don't care. Like, if it wasn't something concerning her, or, like, how great she was, she didn't really care. The latest drama, though, is she had a girlfriend who I was also friends with. We were like a little trio, I guess, for a bit. We were going to alt school together, we had fun, we were smoking weed. That's very important because she was dealing weed to me at one point, and it became more of a transaction than a friendship. I'd be texting her like, hey, can we hang out? Or her girlfriend. And I'd text them like, hey, can we hang out? And they'd be like, oh no, I'm too busy. Every single day. Every single day. Like, no, you're not busy every day. I get it, some people hit busy spots, but this was for months. And the only way that I'd be able to see them was for like 10 minutes at a time when they were dealing me weed. It basically became where I just buy weed in order to see them, and I got really lonely. So I ended up just not caring about them anymore. This is probably the first time I've thought about them in a while, and I wanted to make a video about it because, it's kind of funny. And I actually didn't confront them about basically turning our friendship into a transaction, but they dumped me because I don't do meth, and they do. So, how I could tell they were doing meth? Actually, my mom pointed it out. I was just chilling one day, and my mom texted me like, oh my god, have you seen insert names Facebook? She's a lot skinnier. I think she's doing meth. And I was like, okay, it makes sense because she was not a small girl. She was a bigger woman. And she just all of a sudden became so skinny. Like, impossibly skinny. So I know where my friendship lies, in the garbage can, and I think I'll move on. I don't think I'll be too, emotionally distressed about this. I was for a while, actually. And then I realized I have people that do care about me, and I care about them too. It's, my family. I do have other friends and other people out there that would rather treat me with respect and kindness and try to build me up and help me be better, rather than some people that would wallow in self-pity. Moral of this story is, you always want to be around people who are going to build you up. You don't want to be around people who will constantly tell you that they don't care, that you're not enough for them, or people that view your relationship as purely transactional. That is not how relationships work.